Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is Jason Henderson from Burton Snowboards. And Jason's going to walk us through some of the Burton speedzone boots for the 2020 season. Jason, welcome back. We do a lot of high fives. We've been doing a lot of videos today. We're at the Burton Minneapolis store, and we're to the point within the day where we're at a very important part.
Yes.
Speedzone boots. These aren't all the boots, but these are very influential boots from within the Burton 2020 lineup that really stand out, that happen to have the speedzone lacing technology. Jason, you guys revolutionized lacing with speedzone.
Yeah, we did that, man, 15 plus years ago.
Oh yeah.
At least 18? I don't know,
Wow.
it's a long time ago. But you know, still making speedzone. It's our proprietary technology. Still the preferred lacing. You know, a lot of team riders. Jake, only rides boots with speedzone. I personally like speedzone as well. It works great. It's a very simple system that works. So you pull it. There's not a lot of moving parts.
Right.
And easy to replace if you need to do things, and it's something that's really stood the test of time, and it works well.
Right.
And the benefit of speedzone at any price point throughout the line is that you get zonal lacing.
Right.
You get upper and lower. Even at the Moto at $200, you have zonal lacing at $200. Right. Typically zonal lacing and dual zone BOA is gonna run you more. It's gonna be a little more expensive.
Yeah, they're really easy to use. They have pull handles that are labeled upper zone and lower zone, so you can tighten both the upper and lower zone. And you can do micro adjustments, and it's easy to lock them in place and to unlock them too. Yep,
you just kind of get it on your foot. Start, eventually you just kind of figure out what the, your little process is. I like to stand up and bend hit my heel in the back, and then start to work on the lower, and then I'll start to shimmy the upper, and you start to figure out what you like. And then I personally like to lock the bottom in nice and tight, and then loosen the top just a little bit, depending on what I'm doing, but I really like making sure that bottom's locked in. So, but yeah, once you find that, you just kind of take the extra, wind it up, and then there's little side pockets there. Get out, pull them forward, pull the little loop here, and you're out. It's it's super simple.
Right. One of the greatest conveniences of having the speedzone is their ease of putting them on and tightening them up. And then at the end of the day, when you just want to get out of your boots, it's so fast to get out of them.
Yep. Get the air breathing, pull them forward. If you're sitting in the bar, you can just undo them and tuck tuck the extras in the pockets, and kind of have everything loosened up, so you can walk around a little better and get things breathing.
Heck yeah. Well, let's walk through these boots. You have in front of you the ruler speedzone.
Yeah, kind of like you said, these are three very important boots in our line. You got the ruler. It's been in the line for a long time. It's a great kind of mid-price point, good supportive boot. It'll drive any of the boards in the line. It does have the rubber outsole to it, so just only rubber where you need it, because rubber's pretty heavy, so if you can reduce that, it's definitely lighter, but rubber is going to last a lot longer. We use reground rubber in all of our boots too, so just actually recycled rubber just works a lot better. Yeah, it'll be right back. Lasts longer, better traction, hiking, snow, things like that, just works better. Also, it does have the Imprint 2 liner, so again, Imprint 2, fully heat moldable. The laces are actually in the cuff on the inside.
The liner lacing?
Yep, so there's no lacing there, but it does go to into the boot, so which creates better fusion between the liner and the shell. We still give you a really good footbed, even down to this price. So it gives you really good arch support, good heel support, doesn't allow your foot to collapse, and that's where a lot of cramping comes from. So ventilation and things like that. So
cool. The ruler falls into a lot of different of my top 3 categories. It's at a great price point. You can use it as an all-mountain, you can use it as a park boot. It has speedzone, wide options, BOA.
Yep. Yeah, you got plenty of options there.
Right.
So at least at a killer price.
Yeah, it's great. And then moving into another one that's gotten a lot of traction over the last couple of years, that's the Imperial.
Yeah, this has been, this is kind of like little brother to the Ion. Somebody doesn't want anything quite as stiff as an Ion. The Imperial's a good option there. So I rode this boot for a few years, and just it was one of my favorite all-time strap boots. So it does have the Vibram EcoStep outsole, so really durable traction, where you need it in all directions. It does have the Imprint 3 liner.
Big step.
So you go to Big Step here, you go to better footbed, you get the perimeter style footbed with the the harder plastic in the arches and the heels. Definitely helps keep the contour of your foot even a lot better than those standard ones we put in Imprint 2 on down.
Right.
There's also better material on the inside. We've got this dry ride heat cycle on the inside, so what that does is it kind of regulates your body temperature. It also grips the fibers of your sock, gives you a better heel hold, and all that. So, and then even the cuff on the inside with the Imprint 3 boots, a little bit better cuff that wraps around your foot better, with the capabilities of putting J-bars in there. So if you have a really narrow, if you get some heel lift, you got a really narrow heel pocket, we can put some J-bars in there, put the liner back in, and it really locks in your heel. So you get some good customizing capabilities there too.
Yeah, I really enjoy that, and it has S4 panels too, which is nice.
So yeah, what that is basically a similar material they use in the outer skin of golf balls in this area. So what that does is it rebounds and never breaks down.
Cool.
So boot lasts a lot longer, kind of distributes the pressure throughout the larger surface area, things like that. So
those are good. And then lastly, this.
So then you go to the Ion. So definitely another iconic boot in the industry, team favorite, guys that like something a little bit stiffer, that are really hitting these huge jumps, pipe riders, guys in the backcountry that are hiking and trudging around, but they want something that's really going to put a lot of power into the edge of the board. That's kind of where the Ion comes in.
Right.
So Ion's got the plastic, hard toe cap on it, so more durable. Any toe strap that's on there, cap strap or even over the top's not going to collapse that. It does have dual density on the midsole, where it's a softer density on the inside of the boot versus the outside, so it allows your foot to kind of roll in a little bit. Just more focused, like cushioning there in that one.
Right.
Then you go to the Life Liner.
Huge.
Up from the Imprint series. So what the Life Liners are about is we source out the highest quality heat moldable EVA that's available from any vendor out there.
Got it.
So this stuff, you can remold it multiple times. It fits well. We also perforate it, so it really allows a lot of breathability. So it allows your foot to stay dry, which if your foot's dry, it's warm. And then we use kind of an open cell foam insert in the tongue, so that adds a lot of rebound to the boot, a lot of response. The boot, after 100 days, the liner's still going to bounce back.
Shift around.
Yep, little extra cushioning in the bottom too to on the basically to add a little bit more, to take out heel bruises, just extra overall cushioning.
Right. And you have B3 in the heel area too, which is.
Yep, and then just like any of the other boots, it has the sleeping bag, which is that foil strobel that holds the heat into the boot, but there's an extra layer of B3 gel in there. Yep. This has the tough cuff in it, where it's they added some thermal moldable, like heat moldable plastic that'll eventually form to the shape of your bone structure in your feet.
Oh, great.
So that adds a little bit of stiffness and rigidity as well without any pressure points.
Cool.
So definitely a team favorite there. That's a serious boot, that thing's.
Yeah, man.
And one thing that all three of these boots have is what they call an EST outsole. So it doesn't mean you have to ride our EST bindings with it. Essentially what it is, it means it's a flat sole boot. There's no cant to it.
Yep, no drop or lift.
So personally I like it just because it really feels like you're like you're sitting flat on the board, like a skate shoe. Some of the other boots in our line, like SLX, the Motos, there's a few other boots in the line that have just the 6-degree ramp. Some people really like that.
Right.
But these three models do have the EST sole.
Oh, the flat.
Yep, more like a skate shoe.
Right. Yeah, they're great options from the lineup. Some moderate price point with the Ruler stepping into the Imperial, then getting up to pretty much top tier right under the SLX with the speedzone lacing system featuring New England ropes. These are all great boots. They have shrinkage footprint reduction technology, which is great. Bringing down the size 10 imprint on the snow. Down to a size 9, which is really nice.
Well, and also 1-to-1 lasting.
1-to-1 lasting.
which
for
is,
half sizes.
you know, on the back end, this is like nerdy back end production stuff, but what that means is that for every whole and half size, we make a separate shell size, outsole size, and tongue size. And, you know, and liner. So with a 9.5 in our boots, for example, you're getting a 9.5 outsole, 9.5 shell, 9.5 tongue.
Wow.
And 9.5 liner, obviously. Some other companies to, you know, cut production costs and things like that, because all this has to, you know, be scaled down for every half size and whatever.
Right.
You might be getting a size 10 shell with a 9.5 liner in it.
Right.
So
It's going to get floppy at the end of
it's
the
gonna get floppy. You're riding a longer boot than what you need to, you know, but mainly the boot just doesn't perform as well.
Right, and this is the most important piece of the kit, your boots, so might as well spend the most money as you can on them.
Yep.
Cool. Well, hey, Jason, thanks for being here again.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. SpeedZone's a great piece of technology that Burton offers. You can check out all of these boots at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of SpeedZone Lacing System boots from Burton. Subscribe to the channel there, check out more vids there, and hopefully we'll see you guys on snow. Peace. Yay! Okay, instead of putting them all away,